Good morning, Atlanta. Today on Play to Win, has the torch been passed to Kirby Smart? What did he do differently this time? And it's the road to the Super Bowl. It's all that and more coming up next on the fastest 30 minutes in television, football's Play to Win.
Today's show is being brought to you by your Georgia Drive Chevy dealers, Chevrolet, Find New Roads, Bojangles, and Reliable Heating and Air. Welcome to football's Play to Win with Falcons All-Pro defensive end Chuck Smith, Falcons All-Pro offensive tackle Bob Whitfield, Play to Win expert Jeffrey the Edge Schechter, college and SEC football expert Chris Marler, Falcons All-Pro wide receiver Terrence Mathis, and your host, Nikki Williams. Today's hometown team report is being brought to you by Montlick Injury Attorneys. Our attorneys know what it takes to win.
Happy Saturday out there, Atlanta. Today's hometown team report is brought to you by Montlick Injury Attorneys. Back with the ones I love, Chuck Smith, Terrence Mathis, Bob Whitfield. We're going to break down what we just saw go down at the national championship. Really special stuff. And how special really was that to watch if you are a Bulldog fan? I can tell you, for me, it was truly remarkable. Chuck, how are you feeling?
Nikki, I'm feeling good. I'm excited. The young boys at Georgia got it done. Listen, I grew up and I was in Athens in 1980. I was at the parade in Athens when they won the national championship. I know the excitement that the folks in Athens and the Georgia nation, they deserve it, man. They deserve it. Congratulations, all the Georgia faithful that stuck by the dogs.
And I still don't think I have all the champagne out of my hair, and it's been, what, like a week at this point? But it was good. I mean, so you have to wonder, and Terrence, I'll pose this one to you. Is it even more special the way that Georgia won it had they gone undefeated? I mean, the fact that there was so much uncertainty around that, do you think it just made it all a little bit sweeter?
Well, it did, because they kept, reminding us it's been 37 days since the SEC championship and how much this Georgia Bulldog team wanted to get back at Alabama. And at the end of the day, I think Kirby Smart had to look himself in the mirror and said, this is how football in the SEC is won. Physical up front, domination, intimidation, and putting pressure on the quarterback and having a quarterback that's efficient, not one that lights it up, and have a really good running game. And I think he got out of his way and let the players play. And kudos to Kirby Smart for that.
And let the players play. Listen, I'll be honest, the first half of that game was a little bit of a nail biter for me. At times I was a little bit bored, if we're just being real with you. But Bob, what would you say the most exciting game moment was for you?
Well, since I was thinking the game might go the other way, it was seeing the tide change, for all puns intended. There was a part in that game when Alabama really were still trying to figure themselves out because they couldn't score a touchdown. Even when they had a turnover deep in the red zone, that defense stiffened and they just couldn't score. So it was one of the things where Bama was up only by a few points. I think they were up by 3, and I felt all the momentum was actually with Georgia. So it was the tide changed. At halftime, I knew Georgia was going to come out like gangbusters, and look what happened.
They came out like gangbusters, and then what, Chuck?
Nikki, real quick. This dude is absolutely faking on the air. Bob was
I said the tide changed.
No, he didn't. He said that Georgia was going to get whooped the whole 9 throughout the whole game. Nikki, he was taunting me, and it just started changing. Bob, don't even act like.
I knew this. I saw the tide.
I just had to call him out.
I saw the tide change.
Chuck, really quick, do you think the baton has officially been passed, or this is a one-off? Like Saban's still got a grip on everything.
I think it's a step towards that, Nikki, but a little more hardware to go. But to me, you got to get 1 before you get number 2. Georgia's on their way.
I mean, we've thought he's lost it before, but then he just comes back again. Guys, and we are coming back again. It's the road to the Super Bowl. Stay with us. We'll be right back on Football's Play to Win.
When choosing a law firm, what is it that really matters most?
At Montlick & Associates, we have the legal talent, resources, and reputation for winning big cases. We have big goals, big results, and have received some pretty big honors.
But we're not so big that you'll ever feel small or unimportant. At Montlick & Associates, giving our clients excellent service is what matters most.
If you've been hurt, we're here to help.
Step into the new when you drive a Chevy. It's time for a fresh approach and a new perspective. Meet new friends or reconnect with some old ones and find the Chevy that's right for you. Find new experiences, find new roads. Step into the new with a new Chevy. Very well qualified buyers can get 0% financing on most Chevy vehicles. Plus, current competitive owners get an additional $750 bonus cash. Georgia drives Chevy. Find new roads.
I said yes to protect myself, my family, and my students.
I said yes to the vaccine to keep everyone safe.
I said yes because I wanted to get back in the classroom.
I said yes because I want to see my friends again.
I said yes because I lost a brother-in-law, a sister-in-law, and a niece.
I said yes because I just miss my family.
Say yes.
Say yes.
Say yes to the COVID-19 vaccine.
You just bought a new house. Now you've got to move. Nobody likes to move. That's why you call Atlanta Peach Movers. Your choice for the best move. No job is too big or too small, and you can be assured your belongings will get where they need to be on time and in one piece. Our in-house training facility ensures our team is ready to offer you unmatched service and a no-hassle moving experience. For the best value in the business, call Atlanta Peach Movers for a free quote today.
Today's SEC and ACC report is being brought to you by your Southeastern Nissan dealer.
Welcome back. Our SEC ACC report is brought to you by Greater Atlanta Nissan. Slide on in, Chris Marlar. And I'll tell you what, Chris.
Yeah.
If your
Come on in, Chris.
voice is anything like how you feel as an Alabama fan right now, you ain't feeling real good, are you?
Nikki, I just watched Bama play for their 9th national championship in 13 years. So no, I feel pretty good. Honestly, like as much crap as I like to give you guys and Georgia fans and growing up in the state, I have honestly dreaded them winning a national title for years. But now that it's happened, it was pretty cool. It was a pretty cool moment to watch. The Stetson Bennett story continues to just be one of the coolest things we've seen in college football in years. Hard not to pull for him. It was probably the first time, I think, in maybe ever that I caught myself smiling and clapping for the team and the person that beat us after a Bama loss. Just a tremendous game all around. Great story.
So the difference was that UGA defense in the red zone. I mean, what are some of the key we were talking about this off camera for a little bit. There were so many key moments of the game. Chris, if you had to pick one key moment that was pivotal for you, what would it have been?
Well, Jamison Williams tearing his ACL in the second quarter was a pretty big deal. Anytime you go from a kid that like him and John Mechie being out, I said it off air, that they accounted for over 50% of all of Bryce Young's touchdowns, passing yards, and completions. And then the drop-off ends up you get a 5'9" white kid named Slade. So not ideal. But the turning point of the game was when Georgia came out in the second half and just executed at a championship level for the entire 30 minutes, and especially the drive after the Stetson Bennett fumble. That again could have been a moment where that kid, got in his own head or quit or folded up, and instead he just comes right back out, firing, goes 3 for 3 and drives right down the field in less than 2 minutes, takes the lead right back. It was awesome.
Chuck, nobody knows pass rushing quite like you. What did UGA do differently against Bryce Young this time?
Well, I think the first thing they did, Nikki, they won the one-on-ones. They didn't last time against Bama. They didn't have success. And when you send the Kobe Dean on pressures and blitzes, if he's not getting there and they're not winning one-on-ones, you won't have success. That's what they did. But also they did a good job this time of they were bringing the outside linebackers off the edge a little bit. Let me tell you something else. A lot of good two-man games with the nose guard and the defensive tackle. So they ended up winning the one-on-ones. The scheme wasn't as much different as you think it was. They still played man-to-man in the back, and they did send pressure up front. But they did win the one-on-ones, Nikki.
And, Bob, you are notorious for talking crap about our beautiful UGA. So at what point did you have your aha moment and say, man, I got to eat crow?
Me and Chuck was going back and forth about it, but I just kept seeing inspired play by the Georgia leaders. So when Kobe Dean even talked to his other linebacker companion and was like, yo, you supposed to slide over in that protection and defend that, it was one of those things where the players were getting themselves back in tune. They had to go through some adversity, and they took advantage of a short-staffed Alabama team and kind of exposed them with some of their key players, like Pickens catching the big catch. The tight end weapon wasn't even the weapon that you needed when you had not Dalvin Cook, the little son, brother of Dalvin Cook, but Cook running the ball the way he was running and then pounding went from the other back. It was just a great thing to watch, but then still having to persevere late in the end. It was just a wonderful win.
And don't worry, I'm not cutting you off because the Bulldog conversation continues when we come back from the break. You don't want to miss it. It's all next on Football's Play to Win.
Just outside of a town called Basic is Basic Lake, where families gather together for some basic fun. And if you have the 2021 Nissan Rogue with 5 drive modes, you can climb above Basic and find a trail where no one else goes. The 2021 Nissan Rogue. Anything but basic.
Get 0% financing for 36 months on Rogue, or save up to $42.62 on select models.
It's bow time. Nope, you're not seeing double. Right now, you can get 2 thick, hearty steak biscuits for $5 only at Bojangles. And a deal that good is enough to make anyone dizzy. It's bow time.
Hi, honey. Oh, I missed you.
You just want to video call the kids.
Okay. Hush, little baby.
Don't say a word. But if slow upload speeds turn your good night call into an accidental horror movie,
Can you hear me?
shut it down. Just remember, you're not a bad mom. You just need better internet.
AT&T Fiber delivers faster upload speeds for more reliable video calls. Get AT&T Fiber, plan starting at $35 a month for a year. Limited availability in select areas. Call 877 only ATT.
At Reliable Heating and Air, every day we roll out before the sun rises. We carry a lot in our trucks and use cutting-edge technology, and work late so you can sleep easier. We get uncomfortable to restore your comfort and keep you warm all winter long. Heating, cooling, hot water, plumbing, and electrical. Our results make us always reliable.
Get any size furnace for just $49.99 a month.
This is it. Barbecue and Seafood brings back its best value. 2 for $32. 2 dinners, 2 desserts, 2 drinks, all for just $32.
And don't forget, This Is It is now hiring. Apply online at thisisitbbq.com. Union City now open.
It's still the rib tips.
This is it. Oh, yeah. Got down south home cooking.
Today's University of Georgia Report is being brought to you by Beaver Toyota. We're here to wow ya.
And our dog report is brought to you by Beaver Toyota. Chris, what kind of legacy do you think Stetson Bennett is leaving at Georgia?
He's the first person to win you a national title in 41 years. It did all the things that people like Stafford, Aaron Murray, all those guys couldn't do. But I tell you what was most impressive to me is the fact that this kid, his character and how he stayed, he didn't transfer, he didn't quit. All of the ups and downs he had to go through. And you're also talking about a guy, like you look at the last 15 national championship winning quarterbacks in college football, almost half of them were 5 stars. 11 of them became first round draft picks. Most of them were elite recruits. None were ranked outside of 500 in the country. None were ranked lower than 18th at the quarterback position coming out of high school. Stetson Bennett was ranked 2,569th overall in the country. A 2-star walk-on nobody wanted, and just brought Georgia a national championship.
It's one heck of a story. And, ESPN has already released their way too early poll for next season. Alabama, Ohio State, and Georgia all in that top 3. Do you agree with that, Chuck?
Well, yeah, I agree with it because they're going to keep reloading. But, I mean, listen, Alabama's bringing back the Heisman Trophy quarterback who's motivated. Georgia can't get it done. We'll see if Stetson comes back in the whole 9. But, man, Bama's young. They got the quarterback, and to me, that's the team.
Bob, does that look like a business as usual top 3?
Look, I'm gonna stop picking games in the end. I'm just like, because the way I thought it was gonna go. Look, Bama gonna get their head kicked in by Georgia next year. 2P.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, guys, we are going to flip the switch and head over to the NFL next. So don't you flip that switch. We'll be right back on Football's Play to Win.
Today's show is being brought to you by Montlick Injury Attorneys. Our attorneys know what it takes to win. AT&T and Beaver Toyota.
You guys are going to love this. We've made it simple. We call it Beaver Direct. You don't have to visit the dealership to get a great deal on a new or used vehicle. Complete your entire purchase right online. At Beaver Direct, you can quickly obtain a credit approval, have your trade appraised, chat with a specialist, and even switch to video. Beaver Direct was designed to make your car buying experience fast, fun, and easy. We'll trailer your vehicle right to your doorstep for your private test drive. Log on to BeaverToyotaofCumming.com and click on the Beaver Direct button. You'll be done in no time.
If you have psoriasis, it's time to see the possibilities with Taltz. Up to 90% of those with moderate to severe psoriasis saw a significant improvement. Some even saw 100% clear skin. Don't use if you're allergic to Taltz. Before starting, get checked for tuberculosis. Increased risk of infections and lower ability to fight them may occur. Tell your doctor about infections, symptoms, or if inflammatory bowel disease symptoms develop, worsen, or if you had a vaccine or plan to. Serious allergic reactions can occur. Ask your doctor about Taltz.
Just outside of a town called Basic is Basic Lake, where families gather together for some basic fun. And if you have the 2021 Nissan Rogue with 5 drive modes, you can climb above Basic and find a trail where no one else goes. The 2021 Nissan Rogue. Anything but basic.
Get 0% financing for 36 months on Rogue, or save up to $42.62 on select models.
When it comes to law firms, there is such a thing as too big. There can be unexpected pitfalls. There's also too small, where there's not enough resources to give your case the attention it needs and deserves. When you've been injured, you need a law firm that's just right for you, so you can sit back comfortably, knowing your case is getting the attention it needs. We're Montlick Injury Attorneys. Not too big, not too small, just right for you.
Today's NFL report is being brought to you by Reliable Heating and Air, servicing Atlanta's heating and air conditioning needs for over 40 years.
Welcome back. Our NFL report is brought to you by Reliable Heating and Air. Welcome back into the mix, Terrence Mathis. We're going to turn the conversation over to a little bit of NFL. Eagles at Bucks. Now, for quarterback at Philly, who would you start? Is it going to be Jalen Hurts or Gardner Minshew, Terrence?
Well, you got to go with who brought you there, and that's Jalen Hurts. I don't care if he's a little gimpy or whatsoever. He gives you a better chance to win. You know, here's a guy who has been efficient throwing the football, but very effective running the football. So that gives the Tampa Bay Buccaneers something to work on. You know, with Minshew just sitting back there as a statue, that's an easy recipe for the Buccaneers defense. So of course, I'm going to start Jalen Hurts.
Dance with who brung ya. Bob, you think differently?
Yeah, I'm just worried about Tampa. You know, they're going to miss that AB. Maybe Philadelphia can mount some pass rush up front to get Tom Brady off his spot. But I think Tom Brady and the weaponry they have left on offense is still going to be something of a profound nature to really blow out the Philadelphia Eagles.
And the Cowboys hosting the 49ers. Chuck, do you think this Dallas team is any different than the recent ones who have exited the playoffs, what we would say, pretty early?
Absolutely, Nikki. I've been saying it all year that my sleeper team is the Dallas Cowboys. And let me tell you why. Micah Parsons, the defensive rookie of the year. And listen, Dak Prescott is playing lights out. They got receivers. They got pass rushers. They got coverage. They have a coach on defense. Can I say that's like Gary be a head coach again? Dan Quinn has come out of the Atlanta tragedy and has become a hot commodity. Dallas is a team to watch, Nikki. They're built differently than in the past.
So much passion there. Now it's time for our NFL Showdown.
Today's Showdown of the Week is being brought to you by AT&T. More for your thing, that's our thing.
Cardinals at the Rams. Terrence, what's your favorite storyline there?
J.J. Watts. Is he going to return for this first round wild card and help them out defensively? I'm talking about the Arizona Cardinals. Also, you know, missing Hopkins for the Cardinals it's going to hurt a little bit. But here it is. here's a quarterback in Kyler Murray who has been there whatsoever. Then you have Matthew Stafford on the other hand that hasn't been there, and I've seen him be a little shaky towards the end of the season, a little bit trying to get Odell Beckham involved in this offense. The LA Rams going to have to play very efficient football, not turn the ball over to beat this Arizona Cardinals football team. But, I want to see these Arizona Cardinals win this game because of Kyler Murray and the type of football player that he is.
I love the storyline so much. We're going to keep that conversation going when we come back. More storylines around the NFL. We'll be right back on Football's Play to Win.
We work late so you can sleep easier. Our dedication is what makes us reliable. Heating, cooling, hot water, plumbing, and electrical. Our results make us always reliable.
Get any size furnace for just $49.99 a month.
Just outside of a town called Basic is Basic Lake, where families gather together for some basic fun. And if you have the 2021 Nissan Rogue with 5 drive modes, you can climb above Basic and find a trail where no one else goes. The 2021 Nissan Rogue. Anything but basic.
Get 0% financing for 36 months on Rogue, or save up to $42.62 on select models.
Getting your children caught up on all their immunizations is one of the most powerful things you can do. This is a superhero moment. Protect your kids against dangerous diseases and make sure they're ready to face the world. Normal is coming. Call your pediatrician today.
Wouldn't it be awesome if you could buy your next vehicle without going to the dealership? Now you can with Beaver Direct. It's fast and really simple. You can quickly obtain a credit approval, have your trade appraised, chat with a specialist, and even switch to video. You'll be done in no time.
Today's NFL Road to the Super Bowl is being brought to you by your Georgia Drive Chevy dealers. Find new roads.
Welcome back. We are driving down that road to the Super Bowl. It is brought to you by Georgia Drive Chevy. Let's take a look at the AFC. Now, which road team do you think stands the best chance of winning this weekend, Terrence?
Woo. Probably New England. I would pick New England, but at the same time, I don't know about Vegas sitting there. I wouldn't want to play Cincinnati. But the team that I see right there is New England.
Chuck?
I think it's the Las Vegas Raiders. I think they come in there. They're hot right now. I think David Carr is playing really well. And I think right now they got the hottest young defensive player in the game, Max Crosby. He is a human wrecking ball. I really think the Raiders have a shot. Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase, they've been fantastic. But something about Cincinnati's history tells me they might have a little slip up in their Bengal territory.
Bob, who they leaving out?
Man, I'm just like, what if coach... Which coach has all them winning seasons in a row, Terrence?
Mike Tomlin. 15 years.
15 years in a row decides with the old quarterback that's retiring that he puts together a scheme with our old teammate, son, Cam Hayward, and they go out there and do something. I said, if anything can happen in a Cinderella year, we got Stetson Bennett winning the national championship. Let's see if Mike Tomlin, old Big Ben, can go out there and put some stank on Patrick Mahomes now.
You think this is the last time we're going to see Ben, Terrence?
Yes, I do. This is scary because every time a NFL legend says, this is my last year, they always end up winning the Super Bowl. You talking about Ray Lewis, you talking about John Elway, those type of guys.
Ain't gonna happen.
This could be a Cinderella year for them.
Ain't gonna happen, T-Matt.
Cinderella year. All right, guys.
Later, Ben.
When we come back, we've got Jeffrey's picks. You don't want to miss it. We'll be right back on Football's Play to Win.
Step into the new when you drive a Chevy. It's time for a fresh approach and a new perspective. Meet new friends or reconnect with some old ones and find the Chevy that's right for you. Find new experiences, find new roads. Step into the new with a new Chevy. Very well qualified buyers can get 0% financing on all Silverado pickups. Plus, current competitive owners get an additional $750 bonus cash. Georgia drives Chevy. Find new roads.
We carry a lot in our trucks and use cutting-edge technology. Our experience is what makes us reliable. Heating, cooling, hot water, plumbing, and electrical. Our results make us always reliable.
Get any size furnace for just $49.99 a month.
It's bow time. Nope, you're not seeing double. Right now, you can get 2 thick, hearty steak biscuits for $5 only at Bojangles. And a deal that good is enough to make anyone dizzy. It's bow time.
Just outside of a town called Basic is Basic Lake, where families gather together for some basic fun. And if you have the 2021 Nissan Rogue with 5 drive modes, you can climb above Basic and find a trail where no one else goes. The 2021 Nissan Rogue. Anything but basic.
Get 0% financing for 36 months on Rogue, or save up to $42.62 on select models.
Today's college and NFL predictions report is being brought to you by the Georgia Department of Public Health. Vaccination is the best tool to protect lives and stop the spread of COVID-19 in Georgia. Learn more at dph.georgia.gov/COVID-vaccine.
Welcome back. Our college and NFL predictions are brought to you by the Georgia Department of Public Health. Jeffrey the Ed Schechter back with us once again to take us around his picks for the week. Take us there, Jeffrey.
How about them dogs? Kirby Smart, you're a great coach. You wore out Alabama. At the end, they couldn't even tackle you anymore. You went the full 9 innings, and good for you, good for Georgia. Hallelujah. So college football, there are 2 programs that mean something, Georgia and Alabama. And the rest of them is another world. All right, let's get back to picking. This week is all pros. We're going to do the AFC first. Vegas at Cincinnati. Cincinnati's a 5.5-point favorite. Vegas came on at the end of the year, got in the playoffs. Cincinnati, great offense. Vegas won't be able to stop them. Give them 5.5. New England, Buffalo. New England gets 4. I like New England with the 4. I think they can slow the pace down and give Buffalo a hard time. Pittsburgh's very lucky to be in the playoffs. They don't belong there. Kansas City will kill them. Give it a 12.5. By the halftime, that game will be over. In the NFC, I think there's a cheap number. Tampa Bay 8.5 over Philadelphia. I think Tampa could put them away early and easy. Give the 8.5 with Tampa. San Francisco +3 to Dallas. Let me tell you about Frisco. Look out for Frisco. That's my dark horse team. Take the 3 against the good Dallas team. Then you got Arizona +4 at LA Rams. Rams find a way to lose. Arizona's hard to figure, but I like Arizona with the 4 to give LA a real hard time. I think Matthew Stafford's good for a few more interceptions. And that's it.
Thank you, Jeffrey. The man tells it like it is. And yes, of course, go Dogs. Thanks, guys, so much for joining us for another week on football's Play to Win. Guess what? We'll be back next Saturday at 9 a.m., same place, same time. Fox 5 will see you all then. Stay safe out there.
Today's show has been brought to you by This Is It Barbecue, Atlanta Peach Movers, and your Atlanta Nissan dealer.